pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome everybody here this evening and those watching in their living rooms. First item on our agenda are the minutes of November 9th. Mr. Yule.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the November 9th, 2009 regular minutes as written.
Motion by Mr. Yule, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Any discussion? Joe? Any
Nope, all set.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. We also have the minutes of the 18th, regular minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the November 18th, 2009 regular session minutes as written.
Motion by Mr. Yule, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Correspondence. Pass the sheets down this way. Anybody have anything? Anyone here for public comment? Turn.
You're up.
You're up. Go to the podium and cite your name and address for our recording secretary.
And I represent the Swan Pond Improvement Association as their road liaison. I talked with Steve O'Leary over the weekend to discuss some concerns that we have over road safety out at Swan Pond Road. In light of the recent Thanksgiving Day fire, it just brought it the attention again on some severe safety issues that we have out at the pond. Lack of water, no fire hydrants in the area. This is in the area of Swan Pond Road and Adams Street, which makes up the Swan Pond community. There's no area on the road in the Swan Pond Dirt Road section for turnarounds for safety of vehicles, emergency vehicles. And the morning of the fire, I don't know if anyone here had gone out there at all or since, but it was very difficult for the fire department.
We did get a report from the fire department, a verbal report regarding the issues that they had up there.
Yeah, and I know that they did the best that they could do, and but I know that water was a big problem up there, not having a continuing flow of water, and I really do think, and you know, this is not the Swan Pond of your Mother's Day out there. We've seen it go from 4 full-time homes when we first moved out there 32 years ago to 30-plus homes now, with more, development still going on. So the road has not kept up with the times, and just really concerned that, as a citizen out there, for families and for property. So I thought perhaps the best way to start would be to come, after talking to Steve, see if perhaps you could help direct us to meet with the appropriate town officials, maybe the fire department and the DPW. In the past, I've worked really closely with Dave Hanlon on road issues out there. And Dave helped in 1998. We had the beginning portion of Swan Pond Road paved. There was some widening, and that was sort of the beginning of trying to help bring in some better road conditions out there. The town of Danvers at that time helped and had a joint effort because they have the rights to the reservoir down at Swan Pond. So in the last couple of years, I've had conversations with Dave concerning what betterment programs might be out there for us to utilize in the way of improving, the rest of the dirt road section. But, you know, Dave left and things just sort of are out there. But now with this most recent fire, it's really scary. And this is not the first fire out there either. I think, over the years, we've had at least 5 or 6 fires. 3 to homes out there, and I think a couple of others were cottages. So I would really appreciate any help, you know, you can provide to get something going.
Steve, before, I want to correct the comment I made. I think Joe and I heard a report.
Yeah.
We're at our,
I heard it too. The chief gave one at the ALS subcommittee too.
Right.
Yeah, that's
right, it wasn't Joe, it was you, right. So,
all right. I've been confused for worse than Joe.
Steve, go ahead.
Anyway, Rosalie contacted me over the weekend, and I suggested that this is we have a venue, public comment session, just to come in and just briefly highlight some of the concerns. As she said, she's been up there over 30 years, and the neighborhood has certainly changed over 30 years. I mean, a few years ago, doesn't seem like that long ago, but it was, I guess, I'm getting older. We were just talking about getting some electricity out to that particular section of town. But first of all, I'd like to say, obviously, the fire department did a terrific job as best they could out there under the circumstances Thanksgiving morning.
Yeah.
But it did certainly highlight a couple of major issues. One is certainly water supply, and the other is access to the homes out there. As Rosalie pointed out, there's probably 30 full-time residences out there now, newer homes, as well as some of the other ones that have been fixed up. So I suggested that she come in. We have a new DPW director, happens to be right behind you.
And we have the fire chief here,
and the
too.
fire chief also. So I suggest maybe we could facilitate some sort of a meeting with the spokesperson for the residents out there, along with the fire chief, the police chief is right there too, and Mr. Carnavale, and just see what can be done in the way of coordinating some efforts to look at what, put together a plan anyway. I'm told don't have high hopes as far as a lot of money being available,
Right.
but you know, there are certain things that can be done in relation to grading a little bit more often, maybe making some turnaround accesses for the emergency vehicles out there, things of that nature, and coordinating it through the public safety department and the DPW.
I would suggest that the fire chief and the DPW director go out there together and kind of take a look at the road conditions, and the chief is well aware of the particular needs and problems they ran into at this fire and previous fires, and then come back with some recommendation and see what we can do.
I'd like to see what it would take to get a fire hydrant out in that area.
Yeah.
I know it may be some doing, but, I mean, with some development going on out there, you can condition it maybe on future development out in that area, and that's how you tie it in as a possibility. I think it certainly would happen Thanksgiving Day, shows there's a certain need for the fire department to have access to sufficient supply of water to combat any fires that take place out there. And hopefully there won't be any more, but
Chief Harris, what was the most accessible was what, off of Adrian?
Yeah,
And how far away was that?
half a mile.
Yeah.
The gentleman's driveway is a good 800 feet long. That's about 600 feet from the other side, from his driveway. Plus we have to go through his backyard, through his, and up into the building, for the actual building. It was pretty much a half a mile. And the other way was about a mile from the nearest hydrant.
Wondering if there's any way of acquiring some sort of an easement through Adrian Drive to get the water at least into the area.
I believe there was an easement, I believe, that's probably from deed, that could go out to Barlow Head. It's interesting that from where the fire was, you know, on the drive, you could see that house not even 200 feet away. So the point is they just have a very long drive.
Yeah, it's got a long driveway. And once you get into the driveway, it's quite a ways to the other side from his driveway. That was two problems that we had. And I finally had gotten up in the budget, enough to save it and go up in. And hard part on the other side is trying to navigate the roadway. For the trees that were overgrown, nobody's cut them back. They've been like that for years and years. suck the water out of the pond, it wouldn't be an active water source. We have to make it active with our trucks. We're in talks with Mr. Rowe up there, this side. But at this point, we have nothing on the Swan Pond side of it. We're talking on the other street side.
Well, we think we need to be open and have something like that on our side, so.
Oh, absolutely.
I really would look forward to talking to you whenever we can. I have some thoughts and ideas, and perhaps this isn't the time, but just to,
I can guarantee it's not the time.
okay. Yeah.
But hopefully, if we could facilitate through the administrator or through the chief to get Rosalie connected with Dick and Richie, and that would be helpful. So how would you advise her to proceed?
We'll set something up in contact.
Okay, thank you. I'm available whenever.
Yeah, we'll set
Okay,
something.
all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else here for public comment? Okay, we'll move on to approval of legal bills for October 2009.
Bob, I think Chief Harris.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've come before you to ask for authorization to go for a SAFER grant.